Today, I'll be looking at the Anytone BT01 handset for the Anytone 578 UV3 Plus. Stick around. Okay, let's see what's in this box with the Anytone BT01 device. Okay, we've got your instruction manual, and you got the BT device itself, about the size of a regular handheld unit here. Okay, we have a cord here with the RJ45, belt clip, and a cable for charging. The Anytone BT01 handset is a speaker microphone that you can connect to an Anytone 578 UV3 Plus mobile radio. The connection is either with Bluetooth or with a cable. If you do run a cable, there is a RJ45 connector down here. And from what I've been led to believe, and I haven't tested it yet, but I've been told, at least by Bridgecom, that it does take just a regular network cable. So any network cable that will work in a computer, like a Cat5, Cat6, or whatever, should work in the unit itself. You just attach it to this end of the headset and into the microphone port in your 578 radio itself. Bluetooth, it does connect to your 578 UV3 Plus. It's a range of 30 feet, and I've tested it, and I've gotten a little bit better than 30 feet actually. It works well. The other features on this radio, as you can see, let me set it up next to, I've got a 878 here. 878 is, you can see it's just a little bit smaller than a handheld unit here. And so it's really almost the same size as a regular 878 handheld unit. Now, let's go ahead and review some of the buttons on this unit here. Let's start with the front. You got your display here, which is a 2.5-inch display. The audio coming out of here is pretty nice. It's a 1-watt speaker itself. And again, like I said, it does connect Bluetooth or cable-wise, and the Bluetooth version is version 4.2. Now, the charging type it's over here on the side here, but we'll get into that second. Let's just go ahead and cover the front right now. The screen, like I said, is 2.2 inches diameter. You got your numeric keypads right here. Right here is your speaker mic. It acts as both there. You've got your exit and your menu button. When this is highlighted or the menu's on here, you'll see what I'm talking about. You also have, to get through your menu itself, you have your up and down arrows right here. You can scroll up and down through that menu itself. Now, on the top, we have our up and down buttons right here, and our power buttons right here in the center. And the power button also acts as, you can change it by pressing it lightly. You can go into the volume mode, and you can adjust your volume with this power button as well. Or just a long depress will turn off the device, the handheld unit itself. On the back, I don't have it attached, but on the back is where your belt clip goes, right here, these two screws. Now, let's go ahead and go into this side of the radio where you have your USB-C connector right here, used for charging the radio itself. You've got your microphone speaker ports right here, and you've got a little slot right here, which is, I thought it was for some sort of SD card or something. It may be something future that they're going to do, but right now that little slot is not being used for anything at all. Okay. Also, going back to the front, which I forgot to mention, I'm sorry. Back to the front, you have these two LEDs indicators up here, whether you're receiving or transmitting. Now, I'm going to this side of the radio here, and I just turned this thing on by accident. And then we turn it off. There you go. Right here, you have your push to talk button on the top, and right below that, you have your programmable 1, 2, and 3 buttons here, and you can program that in the CPS software. I don't have this connected to anything. I did accidentally hit the button, so that's why it says no device connected. So it's a pretty nice clear screen here, and it does come in full color just like your 578 radio itself. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go to the computer, and I'll show you how to set up the Bluetooth functionality for this device in the 578 radio. Then we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to pair it, and I'll show you another feature. There was a question asked whether you can actually turn off your 578 base unit with this device itself. The answer is yes, you can. So let's go ahead and explore those features. We're going to go ahead and start with the CPS software. Okay, before we actually pair our handset to the radio itself, we need to go ahead and set the CPS software up and upload that to our radio. So to get this Bluetooth pairing ready to go, go ahead and click Tool up here on the top menu. Go down to Options. Make sure Bluetooth, which in this case it is, make sure it's checked. If it's not checked, check it. And that'll also highlight or bold, create this Bluetooth handset to become bold. Make sure that's checked as well. Click OK. Next, go to our left column here to Optional Settings. We're looking for the Bluetooth or BT tab. Now, if we hadn't gone through the previous step there in Tools and Options to turn Bluetooth on, this tab would not be visible. So if you happen to be in the Options setting on the left side here and you can't find the BT tab or Bluetooth tab, go back to Tools and back to Options to make sure that the Bluetooth and Bluetooth handset boxes are checked. And when you do so and come back to this screen, this tab will be here. Now, we're on the Bluetooth screen here, and you can see we have the handset options here. Here's where you can program your keys here. Your other options are over here to turn your Bluetooth on and off, and all these other little settings you may want to do. Now, the question that was posed to me is, can you turn the base unit off with the handset in Bluetooth or connected with a cable? And the answer to that is yes. What you need to do so, excuse me, is to go down, at least at this particular version of the CPS software. It's down here in the lower right column. It says BT synchronization shutdown host. It defaults to off, so make sure it's on. Just click on. Okay, you're on here. All right, now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and save this file. Click that, Control S or save. Now I've already done this file before, so I've already got a previous file here. I'm just going to overwrite it. Let it save. Okay, once that's saved, let's go ahead and write this to the radio. Just choose other data. And as you can see, it's writing to the radio. Booting up here. Okay, it's almost all the way booted up. Okay. Now, we're ready to rock and roll and get this thing paired here. So let's go ahead and pair our handset to the radio. Okay, let's go ahead and get our 578 set up to accept this handset here. So let's go down to the menu. We're going to scroll up or down until we get to Bluetooth. There's Bluetooth. Click select. Let's go ahead and select the first option to make sure it is turned on. We turned it on with our software, our CPS software. Let's go ahead and verify it's on, which it is. Back. Go down to PT bearing, or pairing, that is. Right here. Select. We're going to use look at Seek BT or Bluetooth. Click select. It's going to take a couple of minutes. It may take a minute or so. Now, I've already paired this particular handset, so it's not showing up right now because I've got the handset turned off. But what you would look for is a device in here when you turn your handset on, the name of the device itself, and then you'll go ahead and select that particular device to pair it. But since this has already been paired, we'll just see what happens. So let's go back. I'll show you. Let's go back to Seek Bluetooth, and I'll show you what happens. Give you an idea. Unknown device. I don't know what that is. Let's go ahead and turn our handset on. It's in BT mode. I'm not touching anything. You can see it's initializing. No device found. Okay. Since it's already been paired, it found it again, and now it's automatically connecting. And your screen up here, you see when it starts to connect to the handset, or it'll say it's in external BT mode. And there's basically your screen right here. So that's basically how easy it is to pair this device. Now the question whether this handset will actually turn off the base unit or not via Bluetooth or with a cable attached to it, answer is yes. And if configured correctly, all you have to do is on your handset, press your power button, hold your power button down, and as you can see, it turned off the base unit and the handset itself. Now turn it back on. Say this is in the trunk of your car or under the seat. Press the power button again on your handset. It'll come up to the BT mode, cable mode. Just leave it. It'll initialize Bluetooth. It'll say no device connected at this point, but that's not an issue right now. Just give it a second. It'll say all data connecting, or checking, that is. So you can see the radio booted up on itself here. Now this part right here on this screen here takes a few seconds. It's just synchronizing all the data, so be patient. And those sounds you hear in the background, it's the computer. I've still got this connected via USB to the computer, so you won't hear that when you boot this up. The screen here will say external BT mode and an exit screen there. And now all of your information that would be on the screen is now on your handset itself. So the answer to the question is yes, you can remotely turn this base unit off with the Bluetooth or the cable connected to the handset. Well, that's the Anytone BT01 handset. It's a nice little unit. I've used it and it does work well. It does have a range of about 30 feet for Bluetooth. You can also, like I said, connect it in wires. I didn't show this in the when I was going over the radio, but you can connect a cable to this, and it's just, from what I've been told, and I haven't tested it yet, but it's a regular Cat 5 or 6 network cable, so the pinouts are identical. So you can just utilize a longer cable if you need to. But I've used this in the Bluetooth mode, and it works well. It does work well. Now, do I think it's going to be a replacement or a suitable replacement for a removable faceplate on a radio in a vehicle? My opinion, no. I don't look upon it that way. I look upon this as more of a convenience if you want to get out and about, you know, close to your vehicle or wherever your radio is mounted. I don't really consider this a replacement at all for a faceplate. Now, it would be nice though if Anytone did come out with a digital radio that did have a removable faceplate. I would definitely be looking into that. From what I can remember right now, the only Anytone radio that does have a removable faceplate is the 588 UV, I believe. It's a strictly analog radio, it's not digital. But if Anytone ever came up with a digital radio with a true removable faceplate, I would definitely be very interested. Now, am I disappointed by this unit? No, not at all, not at all. For 150 bucks roughly, at least at the time of this video, it's a nice little add-on to your radio. Your radio does need to have the capability of being able to transmit to this, so right now it's pretty much limited to the 578 UV3 plus. Well, I'm gonna be using it some more. If I come up across some other information about this that I forgot to mention, I'll probably do another video. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you found this information useful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell on the bottom, and be notified of future videos. Until next time, let me go play with this thing a little while, and hope to hear you on the air. This is Steve, K4SRF 73.